Hey, welcome to this audiobook wisdom experience. In this video, you'll hear powerful insights that can shift your thinking, strengthen your mindset, and help you take full control of your life. Whether you're listening while walking, working, or winding down, this is your time to grow, reflect, and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Let's begin. Number 1. The most important investment you'll ever make is in. One of the biggest lessons I ever learned was this: if your life is going to change, you have to change. If things are going to get better for you, you have to get better. If you want more, you have to become more. Now I want you to really think about that. You can't buy success at the store, you can't borrow discipline, you can't rent a strong mind. And nobody's going to knock on your door and hand you a better life. It all starts with you, and not just in theory. I'm talking about what you do every day when nobody's watching. I'm talking about the time you spend thinking, reading, planning, growing, learning. That's where the real investment happens. You see, most people spend more time worrying about the world than they do working on themselves. They're busy scrolling, arguing, gossiping, blaming. And while they do that, their goals just sit there waiting. Your future doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you become. And to become something better, you have to invest in yourself. That means time. That means effort. That means daily choices. That means being uncomfortable for a while, so you can live with peace later. You won't always feel like it. I didn't either, but I knew this: if I stayed the same, nothing around me would change. So I started. I started with small things. I read a book. I changed my morning routine. I paid attention to how I spent my time. I started writing my goals down, not just thinking about them. That's what investing in yourself looks like. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you stop waiting for someone else to fix it, and you start building a life that works. You don't have to do it all in one day, but you do have to do something today. Ask yourself, what are you putting into your mind? Who are you spending your time with? What are your habits doing to your health? What are you doing with the time between work and sleep? The answers to those questions, that's your real bank account. That's where the returns will come from. Some people spend all their energy earning money, and none of it earning wisdom. And then when life hits them, they fall apart. Because money can't save you from bad thinking. But if you work on you, if you keep learning, if you build self-discipline, if you train your mind to stay strong in tough times, now you've got something real. Because life is going to test you. You'll face disappointment. You'll have people leave. You'll have goals fall through. That's part of it. But if you've been working on yourself, if you've been doing the daily work, then you don't fall apart. You adjust. You stay grounded. Think about this. If your body's weak, a hard day breaks you down. If your mind's weak, a simple comment can ruin your week. If your emotions are out of control, a small setback feels like the end. That's why investing in yourself matters. Now look, I don't mean spa days. I don't mean chasing comfort. I'm talking about real personal growth. Get your mind sharp. Build a work ethic. Develop emotional strength. Learn to think for yourself. Read every day. Take care of your health. Cut out distractions. Protect your time. Set goals that actually stretch you. This kind of work is hard, and it takes time, but it's also the most rewarding thing you'll ever do, because you start to notice the difference. You don't need approval anymore. You don't get shaken by criticism. You don't rely on motivation. You've got habits now. You don't chase people. You attract them through who you've become. That kind of life comes from daily effort, quiet effort. And it all starts with one decision. I'm going to make me a priority. The moment you decide that, things start to shift. You start using your time better. You stop wasting your energy. You take responsibility for your results. You walk a little straighter. You speak a little clearer. Because when you respect yourself enough to invest in your own life, the world starts to respond to that. People see your growth, and some might cheer for you, and others might get uncomfortable. That's fine. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it so you can wake up in the morning and know that you're moving forward. Every book you read, every goal you hit, every time you show up when you don't feel like it, that's a deposit. And over time, those deposits turn into confidence, skills, discipline, clarity. You look up a year later, and your life has changed. Not because of luck, not because someone gave you a handout, but because you made a decision to invest in yourself, daily, intentionally, and without apology. And I'll tell you something. That version of you, the one who showed up, the one who stayed the course, the one who built something solid, that version of you is proud. And you deserve to meet that person. So start now, not tomorrow, not next week. Now focus on yourself, grow every day, and never stop improving. Because the most valuable thing you'll ever build is you. Number 2. Stop competing with others and start competing with who you were yesterday. You're doing great work. I know you care about growth. But there's one trap I see too often. People measure their success against everybody else. They scroll through feeds and their heart pounds. They compare their house to someone else's, their body to someone else's, their career to someone else's. And then they feel small, overlooked, defeated. You don't have to play that game. You only need one person to compete with the person you were yesterday. Imagine you woke up today with a blank page. Yesterday's you is written in faint pencil at the top. Now you pick up a pen. Your only task is to write today's you better than yesterday's you. That's it. When your focus shifts like that, you stop wasting energy. You stop chasing applause. You stop feeling anxious every time a notification pops up. Instead, you direct all your attention toward one goal: personal progress. Why comparing yourself to others fails you? When you compare, you're looking at someone else's highlight reel. You see their perfect photos, their confident stories, their big moments. You don't see the hours they spent in silence, practicing. You don't feel their sweat, their doubts, their lonely mornings, and you don't know their journey. You see their results, but not their costs. You know what they show you, not what they face behind closed doors. So when you compare, you measure incomplete information against your own full story. That's unfair. It steals your joy, and it kills your drive. The power of personal progress. Now imagine you keep a simple record. Every evening, you ask yourself 2 questions. What did I learn today? What did I do better today than I did yesterday? You write the answers down. You see patterns. You feel satisfaction. Each small victory adds up. One day, you look back and realize you've moved farther than you ever thought possible. You don't need a trophy or someone's praise. You feel a quiet confidence inside. That kind of confidence can't be shaken by other people's achievements. It's built on facts, your own progress. How to begin your personal competition? Set a simple measure. Pick one thing you want to improve. Maybe it's your stamina on a run, your focus at work, or your ability to stay calm when things go wrong. Keep it small enough to track easily. Record your starting point. Write down where you stand right now. If it's running, note how far and how fast you run today. If it's focus, note how many uninterrupted work sessions you can do. If it's calm, note how long you can stay calm when pressure hits. Define a tiny step forward. Decide on a small target for tomorrow. For example, add 1 minute to your run. Add one extra work session. Practice one moment of calm the next time stress hits. Repeat every day. Each morning, remind yourself of yesterday's number. Each evening, record what you actually did. This isn't fancy. It doesn't require complex plans or expensive courses. It simply requires honesty and consistency. Feeling the change. At first, these changes feel tiny. You might not notice much difference on day 2 or 3. That's normal. Growth often hides in the gaps between our expectations and our reality. But if you stick with it, something happens. On day 14, you wake up and feel different. You feel a little stronger. You see your mind sharper. You handle stress better. You catch yourself thinking, I used to struggle with this. Emotionally, you feel pride. You feel a swelling in your chest when you remember how it was 2 weeks ago. You taste the fresh air of progress. You feel the burn in your muscles, the clarity in your mind, the calm in your spirit. That feeling, that sense of real progress, is more powerful than any external praise. It reminds you you're on the right path. Closing the door on comparison. Comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your drive, your focus. It makes you chase things you don't really want. Approval, likes, attention. When you stop that chase, you free up energy. You free up time. You free up your thoughts. You can pour that energy back into yourself. You'll find that as you grow personally, people naturally gravitate toward you. They notice your confidence. They notice your calm. They notice your clarity. You don't have to draw attention. You simply shine because you've done the work. Real talk about resistance. This path isn't always easy. Some days you'll wake tired. You'll want to stay in bed. You'll see someone else's success post and your stomach will twist. That's normal. Resistance shows up when you do something meaningful. When resistance hits, remind yourself of your own numbers. Open your notebook. See how far you've come. Feel the truth of your progress. Let that truth push you forward. Resisting resistance, that's the real victory. On the other side of that struggle, you become stronger. You become someone who can handle harder challenges. Building a community of progress. You don't have to do this alone. Find 1 or 2 people who are also focused on personal progress. Share your daily numbers. Encourage each other. Celebrate each other's wins, no matter how small. When you talk about your own journey, instead of someone else's, conversations change. You share practical tips. You swap strategies. You lift each other up. Comparison loses its grip. Cooperation takes over. Your path forward. So right now, pause. Put your phone aside. Take a deep breath. Feel the air in your lungs. Feel the weight of your body on the chair or the floor. Let yourself notice this moment. Then ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do today to be better than yesterday? Maybe it's writing 50 words, if you're a writer. Maybe it's doing a single extra rep, if you exercise. Maybe it's reading 1 more page if you're learning. Maybe it's simply pausing when you feel stress and breathing for 10 seconds. Whatever it is, do it. Record it. Own it. Tomorrow. Repeat. Day by day, you'll see a different person in the mirror. A person who no longer worries about someone else's score. A person who belongs fully to their own journey. A person who knows their own strength and trusts their own potential. Final words. You're not in a race against everybody else. You're in a race against yesterday's you. And every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. Keep your eyes on your own path. Keep running your own race. Every day do better. Every day, grow stronger. Every day become the person you want to be. That's how you win. not by beating someone else, but by outdoing the person you were before. Focus on your own progress. Keep your drive alive, and watch how your life changes, one day at a time. Number 3. You can't fix your life by focusing on everyone else's. You wake up every morning, and the first thing you do is reach for your phone. You scroll through messages, news, photos, success stories. You see people living lives that look perfect. You read about their promotions, their vacations, their accomplishments, and you feel a pull inside your chest, a tension that tells you something is wrong in your own life. That tension is real. It hurts. You feel it in your throat, your shoulders, your stomach. You lose focus. You lose drive. You think you need to catch up or prove yourself. You think the secret to a better life is out there, in someone else's feed or timeline. But the truth is simple, and it starts here. You can't fix your life by focusing on everyone else's. No matter how many stories you read, no matter how many photos you see, no matter how many success reports you scan, you cannot build your future on someone else's highlight reel. You'll end up exhausted, discouraged, missing your own purpose. Why it doesn't work when you chase someone else's path, you miss your own. Their goals were set for their strengths, their passions, their circumstances. You have your own strength, your own passions, your own challenges. If you follow their map, you'll get lost because you're not them. Think about it this way: you have one mind, one body, one life. When you focus on other people's stories, you drain your attention, you give your power away. Every minute spent comparing, every second spent envying, every thought spent wishing, you shift your energy from your own life to theirs. That energy never comes back. The cost of distraction emotionally: you feel low, you feel worthless. You start believing you're missing out. You develop anxiety, you develop self-doubt. You see someone's image of success, and you think you'll never reach it. Physically, you feel tension. You might get headaches or tense shoulders. You might stay up late scrolling. You might skip meals or skip exercise because you feel your day is already wasted. Spiritually, you feel disconnected. Your own voice, your own dreams, your own values whisper in the background, but you can't hear them over the noise of other people's lives. You lose your own sense of purpose, turning your attention inward. If you want to fix your life, you must turn your attention inward. You must tune out the noise and tune in to your own goals. You must ask yourself these questions every day. What do I want my life to look like? What matters most to me in this moment? What small step can I take today to move in that direction? Write your answers on paper. Feel the smooth surface under your fingers. Hear the scratch of pen on page. Notice the clarity that comes when you name your aims. That clarity is priceless. Building your own picture: imagine you're painting a picture. The canvas is your life. You choose the colors, the shapes, the design. If you stare at someone else's painting and copy their brush strokes, you end up with their painting, not yours. You might admire it, but you haven't created anything new. You haven't expressed your own vision. Instead, pick up your own brush. Dip into colors that mean something to you. Mix them if you need to. Feel the paint's weight on the brush. Feel the brush glide across the canvas. Each stroke you make builds something original. Each choice you make shapes your own picture. Your life should feel like that painting. Yours, authentic, honest, powerful in its own way. Practical steps to refocus. Create a daily check-in. Each morning spend 2 minutes in silence. Close your eyes, breathe deeply. Ask yourself what matters most today. Let the thoughts rise and fall. Don't judge them. Just notice. Limit comparison triggers. Decide on specific times to check social media or news. Maybe 15 minutes in the evening. Outside those times, keep your phone in another room. Protect your focus. Set personal goals. Write down 3 goals that matter to you. 1 for your mind, 1 for your body, 1 for your relationships. Keep them where you can see them. On your desk, on your mirror, on your bathroom cabinet. Measure your own progress. Track your daily progress. Note how many pages you read, how far you walked, how many thoughtful conversations you had. This record becomes a reminder of your own journey. Fill your mind with growth. Replace comparison time with learning time. Read books, listen to podcasts, take short online classes. Feel the texture of the pages beneath your fingertips. Hear the speaker's voice guiding you. That's energy going toward you. The power of small wins. Small wins add up. A 10-minute focused reading session today. A 5-minute stretch in the morning. A single deep conversation over lunch. These actions feel minor, but they change you. They build momentum. You start to feel stronger. You start to feel confident. Emotionally, you feel excitement crackle through your chest. You taste the fresh air of progress. You hear the rush of possibility. Every small win reminds you that you're writing your own story. Overcoming resistance. You will face urges to compare again. That's normal. When you feel the pull, pause. Notice the tension in your body. Notice the thought in your mind. Recognize it as a signal that you're about to give your attention away. Then choose. You can scroll, or you can stretch. You can compare, or you can read. You can worry, or you can work on your goals. Every time you choose your own path, you weaken the power of distraction. You gain strength. Community without comparison. You don't have to go it alone. Find people who support your journey. Share your goals and encourage theirs. Celebrate each other's efforts. In that community, you learn from other people's experiences without envying their outcomes. You support each other's growth. That's different from comparison. Comparison hurts you and them. Community builds you and them. Living your own life out loud. When you focus on your own life, people notice. They notice your calm. They notice your clarity. They notice your progress. They ask questions. You answer from experience. You share what you're learning. You inspire without meaning to. That's real impact. Picture standing on a stage, not because you chased attention, but because you earned a voice. You speak from your own journey. People lean in. They feel your sincerity. They feel your honesty. You don't need to pretend. You just share what worked, what didn't, how you felt. That connection comes from living your own life out loud. Your next step right now. Take a deep breath. Feel the chair beneath you. Feel the floor under your feet. Listen to the hum of life around you. Then take out a piece of paper. Write one sentence. Today I will focus on my own life by. Fill in the blank. Keep it simple. Maybe you write, today I will focus on my own life by writing 1 page in my journal. Or today I will focus on my own life by taking a 30-minute walk without my phone. Or today I will focus on my own life by reading 2 chapters of a book that inspires me. Pick one. Do it. Then at the end of the day, notice how you feel. Notice the difference between a day spent chasing someone else's story and a day spent building your own. Feel the peace. Feel the sense of accomplishment. That feeling, that sense of being in control of your life is worth more than any number of likes or comments. It's real. It's lasting. It belongs to you. Closing thoughts. You can't fix your life by focusing on everyone else's. Their paths, their results, their stories, they are not your own. You have one life, one chance, one purpose. Protect your attention. Invest in yourself. Build your own story. When you do, you'll find the joy you've been chasing in other people's lives right there in your own. You'll find confidence you never knew you had. You'll find progress measured by your own standards. And you'll know you're living a life that's truly yours. Focus on yourself. Focus on your own journey. And watch your life change, one intentional choice at a time. Number 4. Your time is precious. Use it to build, not distract. You wake up before dawn. The room is quiet except for the soft hum of the heater. Your mind is still heavy with sleep. In that moment you have a choice. You can reach for your phone and dive into other people's lives. Or you can reach for your own goals and take a single step forward. Your time is precious. Every minute you spend scrolling, arguing, or worrying is a minute you can't get back. That minute could have been spent reading a page in a book, writing down a new idea, or simply breathing deeply and feeling the calm in your body. You choose every second how you use your time. You decide whether it builds you up or wears you down. Why distractions steal your future? Imagine you spend an hour every morning checking social media. You see someone's vacation photos, someone's business success, someone's perfect family moment. You feel a knot in your stomach. You try to focus on your own life, but those images linger. You close the app and almost feel guilty for not doing enough. That hour you lost is not just gone. It's more than that. It's an hour your mind will keep replaying, an hour your emotions will keep dragging, an hour your body will keep storing as tension. You might not notice it immediately, but over weeks and months, that tension builds. You start each day behind the starting line. Distractions do more than waste time. They steal your energy. They pull your focus away from what really matters. When you open an app or a news site, you enter a world that was not designed for your growth. It was designed to keep you scrolling, clicking, and returning. That world rewards your reaction, not your progress. What building feels like now? Imagine something different. You wake up before dawn. The room is quiet. You sit on the edge of your bed. You close your eyes for a moment and feel your heart. You feel the rise and fall of your chest. You hear the beat in your ears. You notice the solid weight of your body supported by the mattress. You open your eyes and pick up a book. You place it on your lap. You feel its cover against your fingertips. You open to the first page. You read a paragraph. Your mind reaches for the words. You taste the new ideas. You feel the spark of curiosity. You close the book and write down one insight in your journal. You feel the smooth scratch of pen on paper. You set the journal down and you breathe in the quiet satisfaction that comes from using your time to build. That moment, building your mind, your habits, your skills, feels different. It leaves a calm in your mind, a lightness in your chest, a sense that you invested in something real. That feeling stays with you longer than any notification buzz. How to protect your time? Notice your triggers. Identify what pulls you into distraction. Is it a notification tone? Is it a habit of checking your phone first thing? Is it boredom? Every time you feel that pull, pause, pay attention to how your body reacts. Notice the tension or the flutter in your chest. That awareness gives you a chance to choose. Set clear boundaries. Decide on specific times for checking messages or news. Maybe it's 20 minutes after lunch, or maybe it's only once in the evening. Outside those windows, keep your phone silent and out of sight. Imagine your phone as a tool, not a command center. Create a simple plan. Each evening, write down 3 tasks that truly matter for tomorrow. Maybe it's drafting an email, practicing a skill, or planning your meals. Keep it short. Make each task something you can complete in 30 to 60 minutes. In the morning, tackle those tasks before checking anything else. Use small blocks. Work in focused intervals. Set a timer for 25 minutes. During that time, only work on the task at hand. No phone, no chats, no multitasking. When the timer stops, take a 5-minute break. Stretch your back. Drink a glass of water. Notice how small breaks refresh your mind. Measure your wins. At the end of the day, look at your list. Check off what you finished. Feel the weight of those completed tasks. Let the sense of progress settle in your chest. Those checks mean you used your time to build, not distract. The cost of neglecting your time. People often think they have plenty of time. They believe they can catch up later, but time does not wait. Days turn into weeks without warning. Weeks turn into months before you realize it. If you ignore your time, you lose momentum. You lose clarity. You lose the drive that comes from steady progress. You'll find yourself asking, how did I get here? You'll look back on months of distraction and wonder why nothing changed. Your goals, whatever they are, depend on your daily choices. If you choose distractions over action, your goals drift away. They become dreams you mention, but never pursue. That drift leads to regret, and regret can weigh heavily on your mind. Real-life example, I once knew a young man who wanted to build his own business. He had ideas, energy, passion, but every morning he would check his phone for hours. He would scroll through business news, watch other people's success stories, read comments. He said he was researching. In reality, he was avoiding the hard work of creating something himself. After 6 months, he had nothing to show. He felt discouraged. He thought he needed more information. He thought he needed one more idea. Finally, he decided to change his approach. He set a rule: 2 hours of focused work on his project before any screen time. He used that time to write proposals, design a simple website, reach out to potential clients. Slowly, those 2 hours built something. He landed his first client. He felt the thrill of accomplishment. He felt new confidence. He felt proud when he saw his own name on a contract instead of someone else's success story in his feed. That shift from distraction to building changed his life. Feel the difference physically. When you use your time to build, you notice it in your body. You stand taller. Your shoulders relax. You feel energy in your legs and a clear mind. You smell the fresh scent of coffee as you focus on your work. You taste the water you drink to clear your throat. You feel the smooth surface of your desk under your hands. Each sense reminds you you're present and alive. Overcoming the urge to check, you will fight the urge to look at your phone. That urge comes from habit, not need. Your brain expects a hit of new content. You have trained it to crave that hit. But you can retrain it to crave progress. When you feel the urge, pause. Take a slow breath. Notice how your chest lifts and falls. Notice the air entering your nostrils. Notice the weight of your feet on the floor. That simple pause breaks the habit loop. It gives you space to choose building over scrolling. Building momentum. Momentum is your friend. The more you protect your time and use it wisely, the stronger your focus becomes. Each day, you add blocks of building. You read another chapter. You write another page. You practice another skill. Those blocks stack up. Before you know it, you've built something substantial. Momentum feels like a gentle push forward. You wake up and you want to start working. You feel your mind ready. You feel your heart engaged. That feeling is the reward of using your time to build. Encouragement to start now, right now. Feel your chair beneath you. Feel the weight of your arms on the armrest. Hear the sound of your own breathing. You have this moment. You have choice. You can use this moment to plan one small action, maybe picking 2 tasks to build tomorrow, maybe setting your timer for a focused session. Write that action down. Feel the pen's tip glide on paper. See the words form. That single act, the intentional act, marks a new beginning. It shows you're choosing building over distraction. Final words: time is your most precious resource. You can't earn more. You can't save more. You can only choose how to spend it. You have the power to decide if your minutes will create progress or create noise. You have the power to use your time to build a life you're proud of. Use your time well. Protect it fiercely. Invest it wisely. And watch how your life changes, moment by moment, choice by choice, day by day. Number 5. Your standards determine your future. When you look at your life, every outcome you see is a reflection of the standards you've set. Your health, your relationships, your work, your peace of mind, all of it lines up with what you've decided is acceptable. If you expect little, you get little. If you demand greatness of yourself, you create a path to something greater. Standards aren't fancy rules you hang on the wall. They're the quiet expectations you hold for how you spend your time, how you treat your body, how you speak to yourself, and how you show up each day. Those expectations shape your daily choices, and those choices add up to your future. Understanding standards are personal. They come from your beliefs about who you are and where you want to go. If you believe you deserve health, you'll feed your body well, you'll move it regularly, and you'll rest it properly. If you believe you deserve respect, you'll refuse to accept behavior that diminishes you. If you believe you deserve growth, you'll invest time in learning and stretching yourself. Standards aren't set in stone. You can raise them whenever you choose, but you have to notice where they stand right now. You have to see the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And then you have to decide to close that gap. The cost of low standards. When your standards are low, life feels like a series of lucky breaks sprinkled among long stretches of drift. You wake up and you think, what's comfortable today? You look for shortcuts. You chase quick fixes. You settle for easy relationships, easy work, easy habits, and when challenges come, and they always do, you fall apart because you never built the strength to handle them. Low standards cost you energy too. When you allow sloppy habits, like inconsistent sleep, poor nutrition, or aimless scrolling, your body and mind pay for it. You carry tension in your shoulders. You feel fog in your head. You lose momentum on the goals you say you care about. On an emotional level, low standards breed frustration. You feel like you're meant for more, but you never take the steps to claim it. You compare and you fall short. You get stuck in a loop of wishing without doing. Raising your standards starts with awareness. You have to look at your day honestly. Ask yourself how I speak to myself when things go wrong, what I allow in my schedule that pulls me off track, how I treat my body when I feel tired or stressed, which people I spend time with, and how they influence me. Write down every area where you feel you're tolerating less than you deserve. Be specific. If you aim to read 20 pages a day, but often stop at 5, note that. If you aim to save 10% of your income, but you never automate it, note that. If you aim to have 0 negative self-talk but you still criticize yourself harshly, write that down. Once you have your list, pick one standard to raise right now. Don't pick all of them at once. Choose the one that matters most to you today. Example, raising a health standard. Imagine you decide that your body deserves daily movement. Right now, you might exercise once a week, or not at all. You decide that's too low. So you raise the standard. I will move my body at least 30 minutes every single day. That standard changes everything. You wake up one morning and you can choose to ignore it. But if you believe you deserve respect, you'll keep the promise to yourself. You slip on your shoes and you walk. You feel the cool air on your face. You taste the morning in your mouth. You feel your heart pumping in your chest. You notice the pavement under your feet. After the walk, you notice something. Your mind feels clearer. Your body feels awake. You touched a promise you made, and you kept it. That feeling builds confidence. It tells you it's possible to raise another standard tomorrow. Example, raising a work standard. Maybe you decide your work deserves the best you can offer. Right now, you might give your attention in fits and starts. You check messages, you get distracted, you drift. You decide to raise the standard. I will work in focused blocks of 60 minutes without interruption. When you sit down, you close your email, you silence your phone, you tell the people around you you need quiet. You feel the chair beneath you. You feel the keys under your fingers. You feel the rhythm of your own thoughts. You watch ideas take shape. At the end of the hour, you review what you accomplished. You see pages written, problems solved, progress made. You feel pride. That pride shows you what's possible when you demand more of yourself. It teaches you that when you set a clear expectation, you can meet it. Emotional and sensory details. Raising standards isn't just a mental game. It's an emotional choice and a sensory experience. When you honor a higher standard, you feel warmth in your chest. You feel a spark in your gut. You feel lightness in your limbs. You smell fresh air or coffee, or the pages of a book. You taste water, or the bite of an apple. You hear the click of your keyboard or the sound of your own footsteps. Those sensations become rewards. They remind you that growth is not a chore. It's a journey that enlivens your senses. It fills you with vitality. It shows you that you're capable of more than you thought. Maintaining elevated standards. Once you raise a standard, you have to protect it. That means being relentless about small choices. It means saying no to temptations that violate your new expectation. If you promised yourself daily movement, you don't accept excuses about weather or fatigue. You adjust. You walk indoors, or you stretch in your living room. You stay true to your standard. When resistance shows up, and it will, you notice it. You feel the old habit pulling you back. You feel the weight of comfort calling you in. You remind yourself of why you raised this standard. You imagine the person you want to become. You remember how it feels to keep your promise. Then you act. You stand up. You move. You build. Ripple effect of standards. Elevating one standard has a ripple effect. When you honor a standard in one area, your body, your work, your relationships, you build the muscle to honor standards in other areas. The discipline you practice in one task strengthens your willpower across the board. You see improvements in focus, in energy, in mood and in results. People around you start to notice. They see your consistency. They see your calm. They see your drive. Some might ask what changed. You tell them you decided you deserved more. You set higher standards. You held yourself accountable. That simple explanation shows them they can do the same. Community and accountability. Raising standards can feel lonely if you do it by yourself. Find one or two people who are committed to growth too. Share your new standard with them. Ask them to check in. Offer to check in on their standards. Maybe you agree to meet once a week to discuss progress. That shared commitment creates momentum and keeps you both motivated. Accountability doesn't have to feel harsh. It can be supportive and encouraging. It's a friendly reminder that you're worth the effort. It's a signal that someone else sees your potential and wants to help you reach it. Overcoming setbacks. You will slip up. You'll miss a day of exercise. You'll break your focused work block. You'll say something harsh in a conversation. That's part of growth. When it happens, notice it without shame. Notice what caused you to lower your standard. Then decide to raise it again. Mistakes don't define you. What you do after defines you. Every time you get back on track, you reinforce your belief in yourself. You prove that your standards matter more than your setbacks. You prove that you can keep promises to yourself. Measuring your growth, track your progress. Use a simple journal or an app. Note each day whether you met your new standard. Write how you felt when you did. Write what you learned when you didn't. Over weeks and months you'll see patterns. You'll see streaks of success. You'll see days you slipped. You'll see progress in how often you meet your standard and how smoothly you do it. That record becomes evidence of your growth. It reminds you of how far you've come. It bolsters your confidence. It shows you the power of raising your expectations. Your path forward. Right now, pause. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your breath moving in and out. Your body and mind are ready for the next step. Choose one standard to raise today. Write it down. I will underscore, 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 underscore every day. Fill in the blank. Be specific. Be realistic but challenging. Then commit to it. No excuses. No compromises. Tomorrow, keep that standard again, and the next day, and the next. With each passing day, you'll see the person you become is shaped by those expectations you refuse to lower. Closing thoughts. Your standards determine your future. They show you what you value. They guide every choice you make. If you want a better life, demand better of yourself. Raise your expectations. Protect them fiercely. Prove to yourself that you deserve the life you imagine. When you live by high standards, you don't just hope for a better future, you build it. One choice at a time. That's the path to real success, real confidence, and real fulfillment. And it all starts with the standards you decide to hold today. Number 6. If you don't focus on you, no one else will. You wake up every morning with a dozen demands on your time. Emails, phone calls, messages, chores, errands. You spend your days serving other people's needs, family, friends, co-workers, social media. By the time the evening comes, you feel spent, your energy is gone. Your goals are on hold, your mind is foggy. Here's a hard truth. If you don't focus on you, no one else will. Other people will help you when it suits them. Other people will support you when they can. Other people will encourage you when it makes them look good, but they won't carry you. They won't drive your dreams. They won't build your future. That job falls to you and only you. Why? You must put yourself first. When you focus on other people's expectations, you give away your power. You let your schedule be set by whoever shouts the loudest or needs you most. You end each day asking, what did I do for myself? And the honest answer is often, not enough. Your goals won't wait. Your dreams won't progress on their own. Your skills won't improve by accident. If you don't choose to invest in yourself, time will slip through your fingers. Weeks turn into months, months turn into years, and before you know it, you wonder, where did my life go? Taking back your time first. Notice where your time goes right now. Keep a simple log for 3 days. Record how many minutes you spend on checking messages or social media, meetings or calls, running errands. watching TV or browsing the web, unplanned tasks or interruptions, at the end of each day total the minutes. You'll see patterns. You'll see hours spent chasing distractions or reacting to other people's needs. Those hours are your life. They belong to you. You get to decide how to use them. Creating your personal block. Once you know where your time goes, create a daily block just for you. It can be 30 minutes or 2 hours, whatever fits your life. During that block, do only one thing: work on your own growth. That growth could be reading, writing, exercising, planning, practicing a skill, or reflecting on your goals. Choose a place where interruptions won't find you. Feel the chair beneath you. Feel the surface of the table. Hear the quiet or the soft music you choose. Notice how your mind sharpens when you protect a space just for you. Protecting your block. People will still ask for your time. They'll call, text, stop by. Learn to say no or not now. You don't need to be rude. You only need to be firm. I can talk at 3 p.m. I'm in the middle of something. Can we connect later? I need this time to finish my project. Can I get back to you? Your focus on yourself sends a clear message. You respect your goals, and when you respect yourself, others will learn to respect you too. Emotional investment. This isn't just a schedule change, it's an emotional commitment. Protecting time for yourself feels selfish at first. You might feel guilt or worry that you're letting people down. Those feelings come from old habits that put everyone else first. Notice the guilt. Notice the worry. Feel them in your chest. Then choose. You can let those feelings control you, or you can move through them toward your goal. Every time you honor your personal block, you train your mind to value you. You build confidence. You prove to yourself that your growth matters. Building momentum starts small. If you've never protected personal time before, begin with 15 minutes a day. Choose an activity that feeds your growth. It could be reading one chapter of a book you need, writing a paragraph about your goals, or stepping outside for a quick walk and breathing deeply. Feel the air on your skin. Notice the ground under your feet. Hear the birds or the wind, or the distant traffic. Engage your senses. That sensory detail anchors you in the moment. It reminds you you're alive and you matter. As you repeat this daily, you'll feel momentum. That 15 minutes becomes 30. 30 becomes an hour. Soon you look forward to that time on your calendar. You defend it fiercely. You feel restless without it. Overcoming objections. You'll tell yourself, I don't have time, I'm too busy. That's exactly why you need this block. You're busy because you haven't invested in yourself. If you spend time building skills or planning effectively, or strengthening your body and mind, you'll handle your work and relationships more efficiently. You'll have more energy. You'll make better decisions. You'll lighten your load. When the objection comes, acknowledge it. I'm busy and that's why I need this time. Then honor your commitment anyway. Real life example: I worked with a business owner who felt overwhelmed. She answered every email immediately. She agreed to every meeting request. She thought that's how you succeed. But she ended each day exhausted and had no time to plan her next move. She started blocking 1 hour each morning. No phone, no email, no interruptions. During that hour she focused on her vision and wrote one goal for the day. After 1 week, she noticed her priorities were clearer. After 1 month she cut unnecessary tasks and had time to develop a new product. 6 months later her business grew by 20% and she felt more in control than ever. She didn't ask anyone's permission to focus on herself. She simply took the time, and as a result she gave more value to her team and her clients because she showed up organized and inspired. The ripple effect. When you focus on yourself first, you become more valuable to others. Your team sees you as a leader. Your family sees you as present. Your friends see you as reliable. You don't burn out under demands. You meet them from a place of strength, not depletion. Your personal growth shows up in your tone of voice, your body language, your mood. You smile more, you speak with clarity, you act with purpose. People notice, they trust you, they want to follow you. Sensing the change, you'll start to feel different physically and emotionally. You'll notice less tension in your shoulders. You'll feel less mental clutter. You'll experience a calm that comes from steady progress. You'll wake up with a sense of purpose. Taste that calm. Notice the smooth feeling in your chest. Hear the quiet steadiness in your thoughts. See the world with clearer eyes. That's the reward of focusing on yourself. Sustaining the habit, over time protect your personal block as you would a key appointment. Put it on your calendar. Treat it as non-negotiable. If you miss it, reschedule immediately. Keep track of your streak. Write down how you feel after each session. Use that record to reinforce your commitment. If you travel or your schedule changes, adapt. Find another window. Make it early in the morning or late at night. The time of day doesn't matter as much as the consistency. Final challenge right now. Look at your watch or your phone. Pick the next possible 15-minute window in your day. Decide what you will do. Read, write, plan, move your body, reflect. Write that down on a sticky note and place it where you'll see it. Then protect that time like you would a meeting with someone important. By doing so, you're announcing to yourself and the world, my growth matters. From that moment, you begin to build a life where your focus on yourself becomes the foundation for everything else. Closing thought. If you don't focus on you, no one else will. You're the architect of your life. You're the driver of your future. Find your personal block. Protect it. Use it to build your mind, your body, your goals. Each day invest in you, because when you do, everything else falls into place.